man. I'm sending.
Welcome to the Entrepreneur Power Hour, where we discuss awesome topics to help other entrepreneurs in their career, not just personal development, but other skills. Today, I want to talk about outsourcing. As entrepreneurs, I can't do everything by myself, even though sometimes you think you can and then you learn a bunch of skills. There's still someone out there who knows maybe a little bit more than you do. And that's not just in the technical aspect, and that's not just online. You need help from other people to get tasks accomplished. So what I want to talk about tonight is just anything you've done where you needed somebody else's help. And it doesn't necessarily have to be entrepreneurial, or it could. And I'll show you some ways to get stuff done and how I've outsourced little jobs here and there. Francis, I know you have, so.
Yes, Kareem, I was just going to say, I think outsourcing isn't a matter of could you or should you. It's almost unavoidable. Time is money when you're working in network marketing. You don't have the time to grow your own list of contacts if you don't have the time to go to the other social sites, if you don't have time to come to something that's as educational as a power hour, for instance. You know, every week we've got different people on the power hour, and I find that I've grown my contacts every week, that there's somebody else I've connected with through their content in their input, and nobody can know everybody in the world, and the internet certainly makes the world a much smaller place. So you don't have the time to mail your people, to stay in contact with all your people, even if you're on Skype. You just don't have enough hours in a day. And even though network marketing and internet marketing for the past 15 years have been my passion to help other people, I'm only one person, as you said, and I quite often outsource things to either somebody that I'm working with. You've been kind enough to show me a lot about, and Chris, to show me a lot about video marketing that I just knew was something to be an effective marketer. I've been putting off and dreading, and it was like a forced march for me to do my first video, and I did it, and I almost threw my back out, pat myself on the back. Well, and, hey, I did it. And the reaction was, well, congratulations and encouragement. And I stepped out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, once you do that little first step that you were paying somebody else, you said, well, they can do videos, but I'm not going to do videos. Then you actually get this newfound confidence.
Right.
And it's awesome, and you can add it to your list of skills. The problem happened with me, though, is I was able to learn how to do some videos, to learn how to make landing pages, to do some of that stuff, but I couldn't get people to them. I'm like, okay, marketing's really hard. What the heck am I going to do? And funny enough, if I'll show you a website, if someone's deathly afraid of videos, which I know there are people who are super scared of videos, then there's a solution to that, and there's a solution to my marketing dilemma. See, I'm sure you've all been on it, on Fiverr. And funny enough, Like, I don't use it for everything. There's different things you can use it for, but you can actually do a video testimonial. So the interesting thing, Fran, and this is something like we're learning in Pay Me What I'm Worth, people will pay just to have somebody literally get on a camera and give a natural testimonial about their product. Just say, hi, I'm blah, 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 and I'm here to help you with this, and my name is this, and I've had this experience. Interestingly enough, I did not know how to run Facebook ads. I had no idea. And one thing I didn't want to do is actually mess it up. So I actually, just before this show, I was looking for different ways to find someone to help me with like Facebook ads, Google ads, stuff like that. And that's as simple as outsourcing gets. A lot of people say like, oh, that's not a big concept. You know, that's pretty self-explanatory. But then a lot of people will run to me and say, Kareem, I don't know how to do this. And they expect me to be able to do it. And if I can't do it, you have to know certain places on the internet you can go to find somebody who has that skill. Because you're not going to be able to do everything. Even.
And that's where networking comes in. That
Doug.
If
Doug.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
It's Doug Doherty. He's come out.
I've come out. Not the closet, just come out.
Well, yeah, you know, that's like what we were talking about, Kareem, that nobody knows everything. Mm-hmm. And I've met people that have been working for 20 years that with everything that's coming up fresh and new approaches in networking, somebody tried one thing and it turned out that their approach got them exponential additions in their downline or exponential exposure because they have come in and been seen on the Power Hour, or they've met other people through the Power Hour that had more talent than they did in it might be a whiteboard presentation or just learning a different platform like Zoom.
Yeah.
As opposed to Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
And they weren't even aware that the platform was available.
I think the interesting fact about Zoom and about Google Hangouts, all these things, is a lot of people need help and time to get on these things, and they need help of somebody else. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not necessarily like they're outsourcing, like, I'll give you $5 to get me on a Hangout, maybe. But for the most part, you're teaching people how to get onto new video platforms, how to use them. I also have different ones on my computer that I know of. And as part for like the video, I started just making videos like recently because I didn't think I could do it. And I used to have some of that, watch other people outsource them. I had some friends who were outsourcing videos and doing really well. And I said I was going to sit there and I was going to actually learn it. And it was trial and error, and I had to talk to people and actually see, how do you put a video together? What components of a video actually make a good video? And if you sit there long enough and you get ideas from other people and you watch how they're making motivational videos, how they're making interesting videos, you can do it too. And then funny enough, you can outsource the marketing to somebody else and you could just make videos. And that's one of my goals, aside from the Power Hour, is just to make videos for other people. Just whiteboard videos or animation videos or something little for their business and just say, hey, check this out. What do you think? Yeah. But aside from that, no, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I think it's a great idea to do that. Like, his video is getting really huge, and it's just going to keep getting bigger. So I agree with those sentiments and those principles. And I think that the more we reach out to people, the better we'll get with what we're doing and everything too. And it's been nice to meet people from all over the world and to interact with people who really are behind what we're doing and support what we're doing. And it's really good feeling. I really enjoy that a lot. And I thank everyone for the support, and because we need it, so.
Yeah, and aside from that, the power hour really is outsourcing in itself, because I'll meet Fran and I'll meet Doug, and then they have skills I don't have. So is Chris. And then we'll get together and say, hey, you're good at X, Chris is good at Facebook and stuff and Twitter, Crowdfire. I don't know how to use Crowdfire. And Doug's good with Zeal, and he knows a lot about different marketing stuff. Fran's good with, she has a ton of marketing tools, like, tons of thousands and thousands of dollars. And she worked with Norm Hesseltine. So I can get together with one of them after the show and learn a bunch of stuff, and they can just show me, while they're working. And I'm not going to be able to do all of it. And that's really funny enough. A lot of the power hour is outsourcing when you get off, because somebody will ask, I need help with this or that. So
even if you could do it all,
mm-hmm.
It's one thing to be able to say, I tried it. I know how to do a video.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to fit the time in every day on a consistent basis.
Mm-hmm.
The marketing, there's not enough hours in a day.
Yeah, especially like I have a crazy schedule, though, so I'm like doing bands, and then I'm doing work, and then I somehow manage to juggle it, but I can't do it all. So I guess
how bad today? How do you do it?
I ask myself that, and actually I want to ask you guys, like, what are some things that you're like, I don't have enough time, hours in the day, I need X person to help, and how do they do that? Because that can give you some insight, funny enough, into being a better entrepreneur, thinking, okay, well, my friends help me with these. How could I get somebody on the internet to help me with this? So I'll throw that out there and stop talking.
How would you get somebody, if you were going to outsource one thing, say your branding of your Facebook page? How would you find somebody that can do that and save you the hours behind that?
That's a Fiverr trick.
I've done some outsourcing, not a lot, but I hired several different outsourcers trying to get somebody that could do phone calls, telemarketing sales calls. Did not do so well on that. Most of them couldn't make the sales. But what I did have success with, and it worked out really well, is I picked up a girl in the Philippines that did a lot of emailing, and right while I was working, full time, I had her doing a lot of emailing and stuff for me. I paid her probably, I don't know, as well or better than most probably did.
You broke up. Come back.
Doug, no. You're interweb.
There, come back.
Okay.
Am I breaking out?
A little bit.
You're good now.
Okay. That's the best I can do. But anyway, she worked out really well. It cost me $200-300 a month to have her do that stuff. Now, for technical skills like design or web work, website work and stuff like that, all that stuff's done overseas anyway. So if you're getting somebody, they do the best work anyway. So getting that is really easy. It's just finding somebody that you trust, and I always Skype with them and ask them direct questions. Especially when I was doing for like telemarketing, I wanted to make sure that they could speak English well enough to be able to handle it. I would have them do a test script. I'd give them a short script and like, you have this pen, sell it to me. Just to see how they would just ad lib it. And that worked really well because you get a good idea of how they can handle under pressure. You could ask them, you would be the customer and coming back to them and saying, okay, yeah, but does that pen, is that what makes that pen better than the other guy's pen? And they have to come up with responses. So it worked really well for that. Now, again, for design, the communication is the key.
Yeah.
It's called you can use Zoom to do little recordings of you taking notes, or if you're trying to show them something, a design that you have on paper or something, you can do something like that. Make a little markups on Zoom on your paper and show them what you're trying to have changed. But communication is the key with that, because they're going to do whatever you tell them step by step, or they're going to do whatever they think you want them to do. Okay.
I think that part's
different than what you're looking for.
Right.
That can get bad.
You're looking for results.
Yeah. But as far as how to find them, I mean, you can go to Fiverr, obviously, is the low end. You can do, used to be Elance. I think it's, what's it called now?
It's, I think, Upwork, which actually I was going to show that. Here's the interesting thing. Fiverr generally, and I don't know why, and they've actually yelled at me for this. I'm surprised I'm not banned from there. The problem with Fiverr is, that was the first thing I showed for like little jobs. It's good for like your $5, get this small thing done, my thing's working. And you don't have to be super, super specific sometimes because they already have a gig. You know what you want. They're kind of going to do that already. It's still very useful. Don't like discredit, be like,
Right, but it's more cookie cutter than.
Yeah, I don't think I would want my website designed on Fiverr.
No, I wouldn't either. But if you want something that's like, above cutting cookies, because I can't think of a word right now, and I'm going to do that. Here's the thing I like to use. It's Upwork. I tried it one time. I had somebody help me with blogging jobs when I was working on like blogs and stuff, and they would just post like different things to make my blog look better for Speak Your Mind Now, but I didn't have time to do it. But what you can do here, literally, is click on free. You can become a freelancer, or you can do freelance jobs. So if you're good at writing, if you're good at web design, if you're good at marketing, I mean, everybody, we know from Pay Me What I'm Worth, you have millions of skills. So whatever skills you want to exercise, I guess, you can actually search for freelancers, or you can hire a freelancer if you need one. And they have literally a ridiculous amount of stuff. I think they have like legal, engineering, data, and science.
Jesus Murphy, Ricky, that's a lot of cake.
If you want to do like data and science analytics for Chris's friend who, or machine learning, there's just so much stuff here, like ERP software. There's a ridiculous amount. But like, this is super useful because you can get an accounting, like Kareem, stop spending so much money on like goofy stuff. Stop spending money on guitars, spend it on something else. But like sales and marketing, which I actually might do in the future. Oh, I clicked on people, and there is someone from the Philippines. Go figure. There's someone from America, I believe it's pronounced. Egypt. Maybe I'll hire him just because. Some dude with an alien thing. I don't know if I'd hire that dude. And then literally you would invite these people to a job. Obviously, some of them get pricey, so I'd be scared to do that. You don't, this you could go broke on if you're not careful. That's the disclaimer. So I would definitely invite them to a job. I would say, what's your Skype, blah, blah, blah. And then I would actually talk to them, like Doug said, and give them, I don't know if I'd make them sell a pen, but depending on what like the job was, like if it's photography.
Yeah, that was a sales job, so.
Yeah, okay. If it's a sales job, give them a sales script. If it's a marketing thing, I don't know, Fran, you could probably run them through like, do you know AIOP? How do you set a get response up? How do you set an autoresponder campaign? Here, show me some of your pictures and stuff.
Yeah, always ask for a portfolio.
Yeah, you want to Skype or Zoom or Google, or this is not the difference between this and Fiverr. Fiverr, you're going to pay the 5, 10, 20, let's see, 40, bucks, and then you're going to sit back and they're going to be like, okay, it's done.
See what you get for your money.
And then you can see what they did, give them good or bad review. I don't go with anybody who doesn't have 5 stars because I have 5 stars. But with this is definitely going to be more money. It's going to be more involved, and you want to get this person on the phone, quote unquote, or on the communication.
Right.
And definitely want to see if it's web development, show me some of your sites. There has to be some prerequisite to this as opposed to just good reviews. If they're like, I have 5 out of 5, I'm like, okay, show me your site, because I'm sure these guys, I do a little bit of website work, but I'm not, by any means the best. I'm sure, there are dudes who are way more advanced. I would be asking these people, hey, can I see your portfolio? Can I see the websites? Can I see your sales video? And I like this site, and I was going to go to one last one. I have not used this one, so it's kind of a sister site. This is kind of in between, in my opinion. Freelancer, because you can do I want to hire, I want to work. So since it's our job here, to talk about outsourcing, I want to hire for website and IT software. What do you want to do? I want to build a website. And then you can actually post I'm not going to post the project, obviously, because that'll get kind of weird. And obviously, you can be an outsourcer. And there's a bunch of different jobs on here. This is interesting because you can get real specific about what you want. Now, you do have to get hired on to the project, but those are 2 little sites I like to frequent. And, you can obviously look at the different jobs here of what people, convert a template to a website. How much are they going to pay? WooCommerce, actually, I do know how to do that. But you want to read their description here and see what they need. You can literally apply for these jobs. And there's writing, there's different things. And I think these 2 sites, if Fiverr can't do it for you, if you can't find somebody locally, that's the way I do it. Aside from that, the classifieds always work. Word of mouth is still one of the most effective ways.
I just put in the chat box a link to, it's called, I don't even remember what I just called it. It's actually an overseas classified site.
Oh, wow.
So that you can actually, just like you're putting an ad in a paper, do it in any country. And it's that's where I think I found my outsourcer.
I'll be right back.
That's fine.
Okay. I think it's generally more. You can do part-timers, but it's also for hiring full-time, long-term people for big projects, or if you want, if you're going to have somebody that you want to handle doing post for you on a regular basis, like finding content and writing content for a blog or stuff like that. It's really good for that kind of stuff because they're full-time. They work for you only, or you and maybe a couple other people. Easy Outsource, I think it was called, something like that. It's in the chat box wherever it is. I can't find it on here now. Oh, there it is.
One of the great things about that, you can help someone who's living overseas and you can get your stuff done. And it's not going to be like here where someone's like, oh, I'll charge you $500, $600, $700. It's not going to be something ridiculous to break the bank.
Oh, no, you spend $200-$300 a month on somebody for 40 hours a week. And they're overjoyed. I mean, you're giving them a living, a good
I remember with WordPress, and this is on Fiverr, people from like Bangladesh for like $5-10, they're like, I'll do this, I'll design this. They're like, 10 hours later, I'm like, how's it going? They're like, I'm still working on it. I'm like, what? For $10, you know, I'd be like, I'll cut your half of your grass. Not even. I'll like write you a 300 page or 300, not 300 page, a 300 word article at most. It's just interesting to see when you can take advantage of not the people, but the currency, because I guess, you know, the currency is all goofy.
Yeah, how
and you can help
money for the job.
Yeah. But I guess with the power of the dollar, and I'm not saying that necessarily in like I'm a Federal Reserve fan, but in the power of the dollar, you can get a lot of tech stuff or a lot of sales and marketing done.
Absolutely.
And I encourage everybody to, if you're confused with something, go to Fiverr, go to Freelancer, go to Upwork, try Doug's site or Doug's Overseas Classifieds.
There's a bunch others too. That's just one that I used before. And almost all of these you can pay through PayPal.
Decent.
That's the main thing. You want to make sure, so you can make sure you're only paying out what you want.
Yeah. Like making an ebook cover.
I think that's important too, that when you're outsourcing, you do your research and make sure people that you're hiring have the credentials and the reputation behind them, so that you know you're not going to get ripped off. I think that's important to remember when you're...
Yeah, one thing you could do, and obviously this depends on what you're trying to get done, but if you're like doing articles, pick 3 different ones and say, I want a 1-page article on a subject as a test before I hire you full time.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely, because there are people who are just like, yeah, I'll do it. And then if they have a ton of grammatical errors and you've paid them hundreds of dollars, you'd be sitting there like, oh, God.
Well, besides, believe me, especially for articles, if you don't get somebody that knows English very well, it will read like it was written overseas.
I want get you do, hey, Fran, I do best for you.
I do best for you.
Actually,
I do best for you.
It sounds like Yoda, you know.
I'm a spear chucker.
I'm with you.
No, but it was funny because Fran actually had an issue. She got a website, or she got web hosting through a program called AIOP.
Oh.
All-in-one profits. And she was telling me that someone, you know, who didn't speak English, they said, I will do best for you. Or they didn't speak it well.
I wanted to charge me like $300.
Yeah, he said like 3, 4, or I thought it was 8 or 7 or something. It was just something ridiculous.
It might have been more than that. I've got several, you know, but it's...
And I'm like...
I'm here with you. And their internet on Skype cuts out every 5 seconds. I'm here with you. And they're in Africa, number one. They don't have decent internet, and it's like they're out chucking spears and trying to get $1,000.
Okay. Anyway. Wow. Anyway,
you can get all kinds, because I've gotten. I think I showed you one of my logos before that I got done somewhere else, and I think it cost me $15 or $20 or something like that. But then, you know, since then I've had others I tried, and it's not worth it. I can build my own logos on. There's so many programs out there.
Yeah, I
don't do it myself anymore. You know,
I build logos. You okay?
Oh, Fran's the best, man.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, I build logos. Actually, funny enough, one day I was just playing around with a program. And I said, hey, Fran, you know, I'll build you a logo. And I built one, and she's like, I don't think you can do any better. So one day I took the same logo, and I put, like, Francis Richardson Marketing, your success is my business. I can't actually remember what it said.
Right.
And people.
Your success, my business.
I'm like, wait, what? People are actually using their my logo for their profile. I was like, wow, I didn't expect that.
That's another program you need to keep
For instead of my personal picture, which I do have a profile picture when I had short hair. And once I get my glass eye in, my wooden leg on, and my false teeth, I clean up pretty good. But, it's the picture that Kareem put up here, and I was all prim and proper, and boy, they don't know me very well, do they?
Well, I thought you were all the time.
It's really nice. Yeah, I like that picture.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut my hair again. Instead of look like the Wicked Witch from the East, I'm going to look like a queen bee again. But
Okay. And I did that just with Canva and some other programs. Mainly this, though. And I would not pay for a logo because I'm doing...
Are you paying for Canva to do all this?
No, actually, no. I'm
No,
not.
I do Canva completely free, and I do all kinds of stuff on it.
Well, then I need to start messing around with this lunacy.
Let me share my screen for a second. I'll show you,
Yeah.
Sure.
some logos I did.
Doug.
Spear truckers.
Hold on a second.
Okay, can we not do that?
What was that?
I forgot. Chris was going to lose it.
This is
Try to have like a professional hangout.
This is one of my Facebook sites and Instagram sites.
Cool.
Wow.
That's
That's fairly basic, eh, Doug?
yeah, it's very basic. But I mean, it's still, you don't need a whole
Good.
lot.
Yeah.
No,
Here's
you
the
don't.
I feel logos can get too busy too if sometimes, because there's sometimes when I've done it on Canva where I'm like, I'll do this. Like, we're just talking one of the bands I'm in about making a logo, and I'm like, should I do this and this and this? And I'm thinking like really hard, and I'm like, no. I'm just gonna simply make something with just one image, some text. I can actually show you.
Is it Canva.com, Kareem?
Canva.com. Yeah. Stefan Bayer is actually the one who showed me this because I was just
He's
asking.
coming back, by the way, just a news
Why
flight.
don't
Just
you?
real quick, this is where I use my logo. See at the bottom?
Gee, that's good. I
Oh.
like that.
This is Facebook posts
Pretty.
or Instagram
That's really
posts.
cool.
And I made all this whole thing was made on Canva.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now that's a free site, so why don't
Yeah, it's completely free.
you put the URL for that in the chat, please?
Wheel.
Thank you.
And it's not hard to use either. The interesting thing here's one thing about outsourcing though, and I will say, I think it's great because it does save time. However, if you take a little bit of time, if you have spare time and you want to
Good.
not go partying on the weekends and be exciting like me and drink V8, and you can actually sit down and learn Canva and video editing. It's really not that hard. I'm not doing any like back-breaking stuff. I'm just having fun learning different.
Canva is fun too.
Yeah. Like if some people have been like, graphic design. I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah, I know a little bit of Photoshop. They're like, well, you can build me a logo. And actually I got scared because people were like, Kareem can build logos. I'm like, no, I can't build logos. No. And then they're like, well, just give it a shot. I don't need anything too crazy. I built one for someone named Donna.
Well, the one you did for me, I was like your NASA test monkey that night. We were just playing around with Canva or some of the graphic, or some of the fonts, I think, in some of your other programs. And voila, I got a first-class logo that I'm proud of. I've had great feedback on, and I just have told them, get with you, and you can do the same thing for them.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't even claim to be that like, I don't even claim to be a graphic designer. Like I said, I just take some of my designs that I work with and improve upon them, learn a little bit each day, and come up with something that I like. And really, it comes down to how much time do you want to put, and because you're going to have to fight with the images a little bit. That is one thing. I think Doug can attest to that. You're going to have to pull them a little bit and move them, and it's not necessarily as straightforward as click upload.
No, it's not.
Upload. And
do you have Photoshop?
I have it on my work computer. Funny enough,
I've never had Photoshop, so I everything that gets into heavy detail, I don't have the access. I don't have the means to do it.
Yeah, I've got Photoshop, so I can change things around on a file on Photoshop and make that kind of fit in and erase things, and I know how to use some of the tools there.
Yeah, that's got a lot of tools. That's a pretty big learning curve on Photoshop.
I'm too old to try and learn that.
You're not. Honestly, it's not. I know a little bit of Illustrator and a little bit. Well, I use InDesign for work, so I know some of that, and a little bit of After Effects. Yeah, it's not. If you're willing to sit through YouTube videos and try stuff, the point of outsourcing is someone has tried something a little bit more and figured it out. That's really it. I used to think, SEO.
You got Coffee Cup. That's very similar to Photo Bucket and Photoshop. And
because one day, after I got out of the program I was in, I'm like, there's so much out here. What can I learn to do? And I said, well, I could learn SEO. I could learn keyword research. And I went around, and at first I did not have success. I was thinking, well, I need to learn. I don't have to be a master. I'm not one of those guys that sits there and like optimize everything for SEO, keywords, because sometimes that gets out of hand. But I wanted to actually learn it. And I went on different sites. I Google around. I'm like, what's a simple, easy, no complaining, just software that I can use without any issues. And it took me a while to find, and I found this thing called Niche Reaper. I said, that's interesting. How does this work? And then, like, the dude explains the algorithms and all that stuff and how it worked. And I looked into it. I looked at the reviews. And really, people who pay for keyword research, you can go to a site like this, type in entrepreneur. If I can learn how to spell on this hangout. And then, this is actually not that tricky to read. It looks really weird and confusing. This is how much, this is Windows. Or Bing, I should say.
Google.
Or Google. This is how much the traffic, the word is traffic value. The AdSense, if you've ever put an AdSense banner. I know you guys blog, so I'm going to maybe assume you've put an AdSense banner. If you haven't, it just ads that Google projects, and if someone clicks, they'll give you a little bit of money. It's really hard to make a ton of money with that unless you have tons of traffic. But that's what the AdSense
value is what they pay you?
It's how much, those little ads, if I have a blog, that's how much, this is estimating.
Right, but it's what they would estimate they pay you per click?
Yes.
Really?
Because it has cost per click here. It has the commercial. I need to zoom out now.
AdSense is actually, there's a, where am I trying to, social site called it's AdSense, I'm sorry.
AdSense, yeah, that is. You can also look on Facebook and see True. And when I hit that, these are all the things that are kicking butt on. This is kicking butt on Google and Yahoo and eBay.
Is that a free site, Niche Reaper?
No.
It's not free. It's like a one-time payment. But if you have a friend who has it, just be like, hey, bro, can I have his login?
Yeah, Kareem, give it to me.
If you have a friend.
There's no sense in both of us paying for that, like.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. And then, because I have no
It was
self.
like $37 or something, wasn't it?
It was like not like 27. Like this stuff's not that bad.
I remember when they were advertising it.
Yeah, and I was like, this is a scam. Because I used to sit there and think like, oh, this affiliate thing's a scam, and look at all them posting, and this is BS, and oh, I don't need affiliate And then I'm not saying you should go on JVZoo and ClickBank and just go do, and then, lose a bunch of money. But if you sit there and you have a need for something, you can shop around to get an idea and be like, okay, what do I like? Content Reaper is cool because I can say entrepreneur again because we're on the Entrepreneur Power Hour, and I can't type.
No, you type way too fast sometimes.
Millennials want experience, not possession. Says, hey, go figure. Without getting too esoteric into that, this is what's really kicking butt on Facebook. This is how many people.
Let me back you up. What's esoteric?
Not easily seen.
Yeah, it suggests something that has a something that's not easily understood. Abstract ideology, abstract concepts, things like that.
Yeah, like
I'm very esoteric.
Eclectic.
In a lot of ways. No, eclectic means...
that's a little different, I guess.
Yeah, that's... I'll get into that.
I understand. Esoteric was a new word.
Yeah, esoteric. It just means something that's not readily understood or not readily seen.
Widely recognized and understood.
Okay.
You're Googling stuff, aren't you?
That's what I do.
Okay, so... Anyway, back to this. This is another thing, I can help you guys with. And this is Content Reaper. Let's say you want to be like, I know all the cool things that are happening with entrepreneurs or marketing. I can even type that one in.
They're going to hear it, though.
And then duct tape marketing. Oh, really? What? That guy. And you can see here.
Yeah, I've been on duct tape marketing.
Yeah, duct tape marketing. Go figure. Simple, effective, and affordable small business marketing consulting. I mean, this is kicking butt right here. This is all 1,400 shares on 70 on LinkedIn, or LinkedIn, however you pronounce it, and 2,408 shares on Google. It's not. I don't see a ton on Pinterest. I guess this is really doing amazing on Google. So if I wanted to say like, oh, is Kareem in the loop with marketing? No, I can be. And you obviously you don't want to abuse it. You want to do it a little bit here. You don't want to just copy article. But the nice part about this is you can see what's trending. You can see what articles are doing well. So if you want to if you want to blog, or you want interesting things to put in your blog or to put on your Facebook page, you don't have to pay someone on Fiverr to do it. And that's the end of my spiel.
So you're saying you just borrow them from Content Reaper and make them your own with your own links? What I do with Content Reaper is I'll take, let's say, one of those articles about millennials want experiences rather than material possessions, which I think is good to hear. And then I'll just put that link either in a blog post, I can put that in a video, I can put that on our Facebook page, I can put that anywhere. And the nice thing about that is people think that, oh, Kareem's really in the loop. He knows all the cutting edge stuff. He must be out there
looking at everything, reading everything, getting the latest on entrepreneurs. He knows it's like getting the top stories for a news thing. He's with Channel 4 News, and he's got all the breaking news about the Middle East and the election and Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders. He knows what's going on. And then you can actually take those and use that to, it's not a, win all tool. It's not going to do all the work for you, but it can really boost what people are looking at, because now you have very, very powerful articles that people are sharing.
Are you using the actual article and just giving them credit, or?
Yeah, well, yeah. What you can do in WordPress or in YouTube is put URLs into a blog post or into a video post, and it's called it's what's called backlinking.
Backlinks, right.
Yeah. And if you have a backlink to something that's doing well, that's just kicking butt, it really does help. And it's not, again, necessarily going to mean you get 1 million views or that it'll take you, but it can help. It's a nice little helper, I think. It's a nice way to get people to get on board with, okay, he knows the top trending content. Let me check his content.
The Entrepreneur Power Hour has reached 1 million views.
Not 1 million, over 100,000. I was just checking. We'll get there. We'll get over 1 million.
Well, my goal is to get it there by the end of April.
Oh.
Still
2 weeks to get us to 1 million views, eh?
Oh.
That's what I was hoping.
Just get everyone.
You're over 100,000?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We need more subscribers, though, man. That's what we really need.
I'm definitely, speaking of outsourcing, going to outsource some, because I don't know how to do this, and I don't want to mess it up, and I don't want my credit card or my debit card to go. I'm going to have someone help me with Facebook and Google Ads, Google AdWords, because it's something that's really useful and then I'd expect this to really...
ads or apps?
Ads. Like Google AdWords, you can run campaigns, and Facebook ads, you can run campaigns too, and those are two really big sites.
Well, Facebook ads, I know quite a bit about.
Maybe you can help me.
I know how to do interest targeting and how to set up the ads.
Well, you're the man then, aren't you, Doug?
Yeah, it depends what you're trying to do. I'd be happy to trade you off, man. I need somebody to get me a good blog set up, the blog site set up with everything done, so I don't have to mess with it. And not the content, but everything else. Okay.
Do you have hosting?
Yeah, I need to. I need to get a domain for one particular, that same standing for God thing that I showed you a minute ago. I want to get I need to get a domain. I don't think that's available in .com, so I got to get something close to it.
Yeah, it is.
Standing for God isn't available in .com. I already checked.
Okay.
You got to know how to use it. Change the name Standing for God to Standing period for God, or standing.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying that the actual regular .com isn't available. So I have to. That's why I said I have to change it some way to get it.
Yeah, if you change it to.
Or change it forward to the number 4.
You really need to bring me up to speed on how to use all these things so that I can start teaching people, so it's not all on you.
Okay.
Okay. Please and thank you. The video stuff, the Canva. I played around with Canva, but I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah, like Canva. I don't even know how I teach Canva. The thing with Canva is I just sat there for a couple hours. I'm like, oh, what does this do? What does this do?
No, I mean, so that we can
actually do.
So we can do trainings on our show for all this stuff, and you're not the only one doing it. That's why I'm asking about all this. And so that you're not the only one making these amazing videos, because I need to know how to do this too.
Okay.
Everyone does. Everyone on this show does.
Yeah. And we can all make videos in Canvas, and we'll all be like, man, the Power Hour was fun today. Well, I'm in Bermuda now, or
Canva, I'm really good with. So if you want on one of these things to have me go through doing some Facebook posts or something on Canva, I'd be happy to do that.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Doug Doherty tears up Canva.
Well, the only thing I'd like is to be able to get a copy of the video to put on one of my sites.
No, yeah, definitely. I'd love to do that. Just like Brandon.
Where you want.
But no, I would enjoy doing that. I like working with Canva. I've had a lot of fun with it.
You can even have like a YouTube, like Doug's, logos or something. People like, Doug, I need a logo. Be like, check this video out. It's like, all right.
Well, because I'll show where to get the images and how to bring them into Canva and how to combine them, put text in. I can do all that stuff.
Yeah, I like doing that. That's the fun. If someone honestly offered me like full time, like I'll just do Canva logos, I'd be like, hello, hi, I can't come in.
Well, if you want to set a time where I can make sure I got it scheduled, and I would do that for you.
Oh, let's do it for next week. Our next week's topic. There we go.
I'd like that.
I would have.
I'm game for that.
Yeah.
I will.
There it is.
Do it. I will make sure I go in there and I'll be set up and ready to do it for you.
All right.
That'd be cool.
I can go through the basics in 15 or 20 minutes.
Nice.
And that's what we're doing next week.
And you might know more than me, and I'll bring my Canva knowledge too. All right, guys. Outsource all your logo stuff to Doug. Outsource all your Facebook stuff to Chris. Outsource all your marketing to Fran and Bruce. And
actually, what I'll do is I won't do logo because that's not my big thing, but I will do a Facebook ad.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Good. I need
outsource
Facebook
that to Doug too. If you're watching this, he's the guy to outsource to.
Or Facebook posts or Instagram posts. I do a lot of those.
Dream, why are we stopping? We're not even at an hour yet.
Oh no, we started
because we were so full of good information.
No, we started at like 15 after 8.
No, well, no, I wasn't gonna stop. I was just making a point that you see like all these skills that are amazing, and like literally, not only do outsourcing's a two-way street, and if someone saw this, they could be like, oh, someone could get my whole business running. I could have a website, I could have videos, I could have a logo, I can have Facebook ads too, whatever I'm selling. That's how awesome this is.
Yep.
In this world
Yep.
we live in.
If you're going to brand a URL, you're looking for a host site. Are you going to look for a host site that's going to charge you $10 for your URL, or would you look for a host site that for the same money is going to give you tools to go along with your URL?
I think it all depends on what you're using the URL, what your site's going to have, the content.
The URL doesn't have anything to do with the hosting.
Yeah.
No, your URL is just your domain, Francis.
That's what I'm saying. Would you have a domain?
A website?
Somebody that is just giving you your domain name, or if you could get your hosting for your domain along with the tools to promote it, would that be a better, like we were talking about, what tools do entrepreneurs use and what do they pay for? Where are you going to get the biggest bang for your buck?
Well, generally when when a hosting site is offering hosting, generally they have other packages to help you with that sort of thing. Some of them do.
But then you're ordering a la carte. You're gonna.
If you're doing it like that, you need to go to HostGator. They got the best support. Not always fastest, but the best.
But
really cheap.
HostGator doesn't give you, along with HostGator hosting, they don't give you an autoresponder that's unlimited. And autoresponders,
they're pretty pricey.
term autoresponder has different packages that the more your list grows and your marketing too with your autoresponder, the price increases.
Fran,
have an autoresponder that is attached to your hosting that is unlimited, and you can run unlimited campaigns.
once Crowdfire goes beyond Instagram and Twitter, once it supports other platforms, you won't need to buy an autoresponder because Crowdfire is one, and it's free. What Crowdfire does, and I'll do a training on this sometime in the near future, is when you get new followers on Twitter, you can have it automate sending them a thank you message, and I've got a nice, I'll show you guys my thank you message I have written up. Why don't I show you guys something? Okay, so let me share my screen here.
Was it crowdfire.com?
Yes, sir. And I'll just close. I was doing some work on my channel, my personal channel. Go to crowdfire.com. And the cool thing about Crowdfire is it lets you know who's following you and who's not. Every time you get new followers with Crowdfire, it'll either update your mobile device or it'll send you an email. You can have it, like, because I have it linked to my phone. Now, the thing with Crowdfire is why did this take me to Bing? I didn't. Okay, hold on. I'll do a Google search for this nonsense. It's right now, Crowdfire is just an app for Twitter and Instagram. Now, I know based on the social media analytics and stuff that I've done, and that it is going to expand to Google+, it's going to expand to Facebook. If it doesn't, then I don't know why it wouldn't. So I'm pretty sure it's going to expand to those. But Crowdfire is a social media engagement app for Twitter and Instagram. Now, like I said, I can see them expanding because if they don't, then they're just not being very smart. Because if they want to get maximum amount of exposure and people signing up for the pro side of it, then they're going to want to expand beyond Twitter and Instagram. Because what I've been learning about Twitter is if they don't change some of the format of it and they don't increase the allowable characters in posts, like you're limited to 140 characters per tweet.
Yeah.
See, so you can promote your Instagram or Twitter on this. So I'm going to log in with Twitter. And on this account, on my computer, I'm using the Entrepreneur Power Hour, our account, but on my phone, it's my account. Okay, so, or no, I guess this is, okay, I guess I could put, I'll show you. This is really easy to use. Cream, what's our Twitter handle? Never mind, I remember. Is it family 4 or 5? Okay. So it's redirecting me back to the application. Now you have to give the application permission to connect to your Twitter or your Instagram account. Otherwise it won't work. So it's going to ask you for permission when you do that. Okay. So over here you've got, now here's the thing that really pissed me off about the free version. You can only have one Twitter account connected to it at a time. You can't have 2 accounts connected to it. So that's why I've got one on my phone for my personal Twitter and this one's on the computer. But you can go, like, you see non-followers, so you'd click that and it'll bring up all the people who aren't following you. And if traditionally, what I suggest is if they're not following you, why would you follow them? So you would unfollow them. Recent followers are 4 non-followers. Now that's the non-followers are the people that we're following that aren't following us back, obviously. So as you can see here, it says I gained 4 new followers, use the Crowdfire app. So it brings up all your results for the day.
Oh, so you can go in and follow them too?
That's right. And you just click the plus to follow them back.
Why would you follow them if they're not following you?
Fran, can you see where I'm clicked on right now? I'm clicked on recent followers. The tab here. This is only bringing up people who are following the Entrepreneur Power Hour. If I go to non-followers, it'll change. You see that?
I see that, yes.
Okay.
Can I ask where the autoresponder or the thank you messages?
Right there.
Automate, okay.
It's built in. I like
No, yeah, it's built in, but I typed up the message, and I had to change the links around because the Bitly links weren't working. So it just says, hello, and thank you for following the Entrepreneur Power Hour. I'm Chris Peters. Me and my co-host, Kareem Mays, have a dream of uniting the world's entrepreneurs with our weekly mastermind video conference and interviewing different entrepreneurs through our Blog Talk radio show. Our weekly mastermind and Blog Talk radio show give you the option of either joining an entire panel cast or myself and my bro/co-host can interview you live on Blog Talk Radio. This is a fun place for you to come and get your ideas and experience and skills known to those who need you. Come and help us inspire and be inspired. Thank you. Here's our YouTube channel link and then a link to our website. So every time someone follows the Entrepreneur Power Hour, this message goes out to them.
Hey, Kareem, you remember that little site I sent you where I linked in your videos?
What did you say, Francis? Sorry, Doug.
I said it worked because I got that message.
Then that's good.
Cool.
That's how you use Crowdfire.
Yeah, Doug, I remember that site. It was like a membership site, and I was thinking how.
Yeah, the reason I was saying that is it's got a built-in autoresponder system to it too.
Cool. I actually have a way to promote that. If I can work with you, we can set up something to get that.
I can set up any kind of page you want on that, and it has the ability to pull in any kind of YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
You can pull them in, and it has the credit for whoever has it, and description, all that. You can change the descriptions on it. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff in that program. You can design it all front to back with all your own colors, your own logos, your own pictures. It's got membership capabilities. It ties in. You can tie it in with JVZoo or stuff like that. It's a really, really versatile program.
Which one are you talking about?
It's called Smart Member.
Smart Member.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull up the site I made just real quick for. I made an Entrepreneur Power Hour site on it. If I can, but I got to pull it up here just a second.
I guess I was going to show you guys how to use more of this program, but I'll just do a training on it.
Yeah, I think that'll be interesting to give more material.
Well, and see, once you have that training, you could add that to this site that I was just telling you about, the Entrepreneur Power Hour site. You can add all your trainings in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just a second, I'll bring up the site. I'm working on another screen right now, trying to bring it up. I'm talking about the one I actually made for you. I'll bring up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, actually, yeah, he showed me this one. I was so tired. I'm like,
I didn't see it.
Yeah, and this was one I made in like 3 minutes, just to show him. I mean, you can go all out and make it really detailed.
that's probably what I'd be doing. I'm like, I know what I'm doing this weekend.
All right, let me. I just have to log into it here.
It's fine. Kareem, have you been getting us on Instagram? Has that been going anywhere?
A little. That's taken a while. I just post. I'm trying to follow Ivan's method. I'm getting likes, but I need something to actually redirect them back to. So I'm probably gonna find some ways to some trainings on it and listen to that broadcast again.
I don't know. We're not sending newsletters out, and I think we should be doing that too.
Okay.
Okay. Something happened. I don't have that one I made for you anymore, but I'll show you one of the ones I have on mine.
Okay.
It'll only take a second.
Let me see if I can actually find it.
I'm not sure the site's there anymore. I may have taken the videos back off it because I was going to redo some stuff on it or something. But this one here, I'll show you this one. This is one I just made up real quick, or made up for one of my old sites here. Let me see. Where are you guys at? Oh, there you are. Okay.
Oh, Doug, you also wanted to get our help with a presentation for Zeal. Are you still wanting that?
Yeah, I've got that part way done, and I've got it on the back burner. I'm setting up a Shopify store right now.
Okay, well, once you do, just bring it on the show, and we'll let you host it, and you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay, this is a site I built. Remember I showed you that betterbuytoday.net?
Yeah, okay, I remember this.
Okay, see, this has every one of these is videos that I brought in from YouTube or whatever. And if you just click on one of these, of course I'm signed in as a member, and I give free membership to this. But see, it has the video. And you can play the video right there.
Cool, man.
So all of these shows that you're doing, you can load these right in to this, and you can have where they can make comments on it and stuff. I've got a blog here.
Wow.
It's blog capable.
Cool.
And you can see I've got several different blog posts there. You can put in all your own ads and stuff over on the right hand side here. You can set this up any way you want.
Nice.
This here is just my whole it's set up kind of like what's that training site? It's got classes.
Pay me what I'm worth?
No. Oh shoot. I'm drawing a blank here, but this is the format that this was made off of is the same as that training site. It's got all kinds of different classes you can get.
I know what Udemy.
Udemy, that's it. It's got the same setup as that. But
Except
you can
it's
set different topics and different things inside of them. You can set different levels where it's either paid or free access. You can do it in a format like this, where they can see a picture of each thing. See, all these are videos I just downloaded from, just pulled in from YouTube. So they're not mine, Images, I've got where you can go in and you can look at motivational quotes, and it's got a whole bunch of, just a whole slew of them. And you can do training in here. You can have training classes where each one is a different module.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got a download section where you can put in downloads paid or free. See, I've got some paid ones on here. I've got some free ones on here. See, that's my book I put on there. But a lot of these are ones that I have that I just give out for free. There's a couple of them that I'm giving away if somebody buys into something else. This is just an affiliate thing, 0 to 6 pack abs,
mm-hmm.
and this is actually their video that I pulled in. They can watch that. If they buy at the end, it has links, and you can click on the links and go to the actual page to buy it. So all that stuff is, it's got all that capability, and everything in it is all this stuff. You can make up whatever you want on it.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, just to give you an idea, I'll show you somebody else's site. This is a Star Trek site, Starfleet Academy. And all it is a guy went in and he found all the old videos, or he had access to all the videos for old Star Trek episodes.
Oh boy!
And if you're not into Star Trek, I just show it because it's a really well done site.
Hey, dog.
Yeah.
Saw that.
Yeah. The only reason I brought this one in is because it's a really well done site. He's got a nice background on it. He's got 180 different videos in here.
Oh God!
And he does this. The site is all free, but you see on the side here, he's got Google AdSense. He's got these different things you can buy at Amazon that he's, I'm sure, getting commission on all of them. So so you can build these sites however you want. See?
Are they free?
The program is not free. But once you're in, then you like I can give you access to. I can build sites on here for you and give you access to them, like because you can 100% control the access.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, let me go back a page, and I'll show you that this is logged into my admin site.
So is that WordPress, Doug?
No. This is actually a complete build. You can build this from scratch. Build whatever.
This is a membership site. That's almost like Kajabi in a way.
It's almost exactly like Udemy.
Yeah.
But you're in control of everything. See, in this browse.
Yeah.
This is this site. This is all different people's stuff that they have in the browse category here. See this Mastery Hacks? That's mine.
Mm-hmm.
Super Deal Depot is mine. These others are not. But and then this is the build part where you can build out. It has all features.
When you were on there, I saw the Entrepreneur Power Hour.
That's what I started making for you, but I must have pulled the videos off of it.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna build it out more, but I got involved in other things, and my
That's
internet connection wasn't good. But like I said, I'm happy to make one of these for you guys.
Sure, whatever.
And, I won't charge anything for it. I mean, I have, I can build unlimited sites with my membership.
Nice.
Cool.
So I wouldn't charge you guys anything for it. But that way, if you have all, like right now, you're doing you are doing all your stuff on Google Hangouts. You had them all listed there. All the different archive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could put all that. You could put all that on here, and you could break them into different categories. You could have, training categories where you had shows that were specifically training.
Isn't that what we're doing with our site now, Kareem? Yeah,
kind of. I mean, the membership site could integrate this with the membership site. Funny enough.
Yeah.
It's just a really easy to use platform.
Cool.
And you can build bridge pages. If you're familiar with bridge pages are just. I'll show you one of my bridge pages. This is that one I made up for Beachbuddy. And this is the bridge page for that.
I see what you mean.
It plays that, but it's got the opt-in.
Mm-hmm.
And it just gives them free access to free membership to the site I was just showing you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can. This is all completely customizable too.
Nice.
They've got other ones for stuff like. I'm going to stop sharing this because you guys have seen it all, but they've got bridge pages you can use for advertising products, where they link back to your Shopify store or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what I'm building Shopify store right now. That Super Deal Depot, that was like my catch-all Shopify store, and then I'll go test products on there, and then make individual niche sites for products that are selling.
I like it.
Yeah, I've got a lot of software and a lot of stuff like that I'm more than happy to share with you guys if it's something that you can use. I got video makers, and I'm not even very good with them. I don't do videos much.
Well, that's the thing. Kareem and I he's gonna teach me all this stuff he's learning, and then I'll be able to help. Like, let's say you need some help with something and Francis needs help with something. That way I can help you, he can help Francis, right?
Absolutely.
I really need to learn all this so Kareem's time is more, so he can maximize his time, and so that I can contribute more to this,
mm-hmm.
to the stuff with people needing help and all that shit. So, yeah, Kareem, after this, I want you to start showing me how to do this.
Okay.
For a little while, please.
Like I said, right now I'm more than willing to trade off, building out a site.
Once you get that Zeal presentation ready, we're going to do an entire show for that. We'll just call it, you come up with a name and a title, and we can do a whole show on that for you.
I can even make one of those videos that I made for the Power Hour.
For Zeal, yes.
Yeah.
We could do that. And I haven't tried any of the stuff yet, Doug, but I will. It's buried in
that.
It's no, but it's in the back of my in my cupboards, but it's still there. No, I haven't tried it yet, but I'll get to it at some
Shame on you.
Open your cover.
I still have it, right, Doug? I still have it, buddy. I'm gonna try it.
I get your samples.
Yeah.
You did get them.
I did get them, yes.
Okay, did you try it?
It felt pretty good after I used it.
It's good stuff, I'm telling you.
I gotta try it. Yeah. I'm too busy
Did you
being.
try it, Francis?
I did try it.
Did you do all of it?
I didn't do all 3 bottles.
Okay. What did you think?
Well, we're broadcasting, and I will say I'll reserve judgment on the.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we could definitely wrap it up, and it's 8:22 now, my time. So I want to thank Fran and Doug and Al. You didn't say anything tonight. Are you there?
Yeah.
You got anything like to add? Hey, how's it going? You're mouse again. You're being a church mouse tonight. What the hell?
Well, a couple of stuff is just giving me a refresher on a couple of things, like what Brooks says.
Good.
Right there with the video, with the ads on the side. I had that at one time too.
Right.
So that is actually really great to use.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna do a training on Crowdfire, and me and Cream are gonna rock this video stuff. So we're gonna have a lot of shows devoted to showing people how to do video and edit video and all that stuff, because that's gonna be huge.
Yeah,
Because there's so many people who are terrified to get in front of the video camera, and they don't know how to get their videos ranked, which I'm learning how to do. Kareem's learning how to do, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to play around with that stuff. Takes a lot of patience, though, from what I'm hearing from Kareem. So
it's making sure that you time everything correctly. The hardest thing actually is getting your voice, your audio in, and then making sure that it comes out all correctly. It's simple, but it's not easy. I love that phrase.
Mm-hmm.
It's like working out. It's simple, but it's not.
That's everything to do with a computer, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely something you can learn in a few days, because I'm going to get back to programming and make a couple apps inside that membership site that someone suggested. But with that, now you have a whole bunch of stuff you can outsource, and I'm going to do some outsourcing with Doug. He'll do some with me. Definitely, it was great to have everybody here today. I want to thank Chris Peters.
I hope everybody put URLs for the programs that they introduced into the chat.
Oh, I haven't done that yet.
Especially if it's an affiliate link,
Mm-hmm.
because I believe in following up with like Chris on the Twitter and.
Francis, may I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Have your Skype on Don't Disturb.
Or just sign out of it when you're on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just don't listen.
Well, that's why you sign out, or you do not disturb.
I was right now. I'm on sign out.
Okay. Well, I just put the Crowdfire link for the Crowdfire app in there. Francis, are you on Twitter?
I am, and
Okay, well, I haven't added you yet, so we'll have to add each other up there, and yeah.
All right, but yeah, I just want to thank Doug, Francis Richardson, Al Piddington, who's on the Samsung, Chris Peters, and Bill Maybauer. And join us next week for some fun logo designs. That's it, guys. Stay safe, stay classy.
I.